why marijuana should be legal. Just by a show of hands, have any of y'all in here ever partaken in marijuana? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. So the first reason I believe that marijuana should be made legal federally is because it's a big pain relief. According to the National Institute of Health, peripheral nerves that detect pain sensations contain abundant receptors for cannabinoids, and cannabinoids appear to block peripheral nerve pain in experimental animals. Cannabis also relieves pain in a different way than opioids, which are extremely addictive and dangerous. Now, I don't know if y'all know anybody who's ever gotten addicted to opioids or painkillers of any sort, but it's an ugly thing. I have family members that were on them for 20 years and they get off of them and they have a brain aneurysm because their brain can't work without them, and now they can't barely talk. So I think that marijuana could be a good alternative to that. It's not deadly, unlike any drug. Cannabis is not lethal at all. According to the FAU, only 386 deaths were recorded in 2022 involving weed, and all those deaths were from being laced. This is out of 132 million people who have reported using weed at least once last year. One drug that caused over 100,000 deaths in 2022 was alcohol, and it's legal. I'm not sitting here saying that alcohol should be made illegal. I think it's a great thing, but I'm just saying if alcohol is legal and it kills that many people, why can't we have legal weed? Another reason that cannabis should be legalized is the economic benefits. In 2010, there were $3.6 billion spent on enforcing marijuana charges. It's ridiculous for a non-lethal drug. If the U.S. would legalize weed and put the same tax on weed as they do on alcohol, they would make a ridiculous amount of money off of it. In 2023, there's $1.16 billion spent on weed just in the legal aspect of it through dispensaries and such. If we tax that 8.25%, we'd make $96 million last year alone. And that's just in 24 states. So I mean, you legalize Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Minnesota, all those places, you're gonna be making a lot more money than only 96 million. Some other health benefits are you can lower your blood pressure, reduces inflammation, preventing relapse in drug and alcohol addiction. It is very common for somebody to come out of rehab and instead of shooting up with heroin or snorting a line, they'll smoke a joint instead. It can treat anxiety disorders. It can treat GI disorders, and it prevents seizures, and it can help with the pain that comes with cancer. The last thing I'm gonna say is it helps you relax. After a long, hard day, a ton of Americans typically coming home and just simply smoking a joint. It helps calm the brain, the body, and also helps the person fall asleep if they have trouble with bedtime anxiety. So, a lot of people with insomnia, or they just can't seem to shut their brain off at night, they'll use marijuana to help them. That's my word, sorry.